Good morning, sheep. It's Tuesday, and Harry Potter comes out later this week, and I'm really excited for the midnight release where, of course, I'm going to be dressing up. I'm just thinking this whole experience of the series is something that only our generation experienced, which I think is really cool and weird to think about, is that later generations, and I'm sure thousands and millions of people will read the series. And I'm sure like any child that our generation has, we're gonna, push the series towards them and be like, "Hey, Harry Potter, hey, read it." Um, no, but it's just our generation is the only generation that, was able to like be there for the midnight releases of the books and the movies and go to Wizard Rock concerts. And although you can probably still go to Wizard Rock concerts even after the Harry Potter series is done, I was never like hugely into Harry Potter. Like I can't answer the random trivia. I'm just not as into it as I know other people are, but the series has meant a lot to me. I have some great memories from childhood that wouldn't happen if it were not for Harry Potter. My brother and I, we would share books because he would read Harry Potter, and since he was older, he actually got to read the books first. But he would, for like both of us, he would go through the book and like once we came across a spell, we'd write it on a separate sheet of paper and like say what it did, and then we'd have duels with like sticks as wands. And whenever I went when I was younger, a lot of my other cousins were into Harry Potter too. So when we went to my aunt's house, we actually went to the basement and did some like role playing of the Harry Potter characters, and it was great. I think it's great that a series could be so inspiring to so many people because you have, because of the Harry Potter series, like people who, write songs, write fan fiction, who do all this creative, wonderful things, and it started from these books. And also another thing that Harry Potter did, I love Doctor Who, but one of my favorite episodes, the Shakespeare Code, that was like combined the three greats, one Doctor Who, two Shakespeare, and three Harry Potter. And part of the reason I love that episode is also because Harry Potter is in it and the Harry Potter references. Anise, to answer your questions, this was hard for me. I was thinking, I'm gonna separate favorite place and favorite memory. Favorite place is Cordoba, I like saying Cordoba, but I think you corrected me in saying it's pronounced Cordoba. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm saying it wrong again. But I absolutely loved going there, and I think that was when I was like, oh, I'm going to Spain, like I was really excited to go to the Great Mosque, and that was one thing that didn't really disappoint, that once I was there, it was really just, oh my gosh, I can't even describe like how I felt in it, and except that ugly Catholic church thing in the middle. I was like, oh, why Catholicism? Why would you do that? It was such a beautiful place, and you ruined it. That was my favorite place. Favorite memory? I actually don't know. I loved hanging out with you and Amelia. I can't say there was like one moment that was my favorite out of all of those. I enjoyed our bus rides that were kind of long, and while we were traveling through Spain and just hanging out, or that creepy room that had molds, and we're like, oh. Oh, or that night when we went up, we climbed that hill and just looked at the stars, and then I was pointing out constellations, and everyone was like amazed. They're like, how do you know such things? So that was fun. I don't know, just walking around, going to the Prado Museum, and us like trying to find Goya. I remember once we got him, we're like, we gotta find Goya. So that was a lot of fun. Sorry that this is so unspecific, but I can't choose one single favorite moment. I'll definitely see you all at Harry Potter at the theater, so enjoy. I look forward to these next couple of days, and adieu.